So this is the sketch I'm going to use. It is from the October Virtual Crop. It's number 3. And I liked it because I usually always do 2-page spreads. Usually, always. So this is the one that we're going to work on. So I'm going to be using the Vintage Chic Collection. I love this collection. It was just re-released. This is mine from, I believe it was 2013 when it actually came out. So this is the original. I loved it. Yeah, 2013. I loved it so much that I bought 2 sets, I think. So yeah, because I just loved it. And you know, I've used it, and it's like one of those collections that I hate to use because I don't want it to be gone because it's so gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful? Here I was doing something where I was ripping the edge, but you know, everything's two-sided still. It's just gorgeous. And then, you know, this had a ton of different pattern paper, just so much. Like I said, this is a couple different packages, like a double the collection. And then this one had a lot of really nice cardstock, like the solids. I know that the updated version is a little bit different, but it's very, very, very similar. So I thought I'd use this one up before I got any more. But yeah, you can see I've got all my scraps, and it also has a lot of the matte packs. So I love these because you can put them in the same size as photos, the 4x6 photos, but then you can also cut them to make whatever size that you want and then matte them too. They're beautiful. Love, love, love this collection. And also it comes with, let me get this out of the way. The new collection has a lot of different embellishments that I just love. Really, really cute. Just like little tags that you could use. I don't know. I just, you know, I used this before for one of my daughter's baby shower. And then I also used it for a fishing trip for my husband and my boys. And it sounds crazy, but it actually really looked great. If you look on my Scrapbook Bliss page, Facebook page, you'll see I had posted what those photos look like, those pages look like. It was really cool. And these are little pocket embellishments. These are the new ones. I still have mine from the original, but they're so cool. I'll move this aside. They're just like little pockets. You know, you could put this on your page, or you could put it on top of the page protector if you liked, especially if so you had this little card. It looks like an old-time library card. But if you wanted to write something lengthy that, you know, went past this, then you could put it on top of your page protector. Otherwise, you can just, which I usually do, I would just tape it in like this, and whatever I wrote would show, and it wouldn't be the whole, you know. If I wanted to do a lot of journaling on this, where it was going to take up the whole card, then I would probably put that on top of the page protector. Excuse me. The problem with that, though, is you would have a chance for it to get lost. And so that I don't really like to do that. But yeah, here's some of them. I've obviously used a lot of them since I only have a few of them left, but I have new ones now, so I can use those. And then there's also these really cool letter stickers, and they look almost like Scrabble tiles. Yeah, I love these too. So I'm sure I'm going to be using that on my page today as well. So let me get all of this out of the way. Okay, so when I first, you know, how I do sketches is I always look, you know, think like, oh, okay, this is something that would I would really like to do. And I like to think about, by looking at it, what papers will go where. You know what I mean? So I take a look at all the different papers that I have, and then I kind of mess around and think about how I would like to, which pages papers, I'm sorry, that I would like to use before I actually make a final decision. So I kind of did that already. I think what I'm going to do, what I've decided on, I didn't put that on film because that gets to be kind of a lengthy process. And you probably don't want to sit here and watch me while I figure that out. But I'm going to use these really pretty, I don't know, light brown. They're just gorgeous. Taupe, maybe they'd call. I'm going to use these for my base pages. And then I'm going to get that out of the way. And then I'm also going to use this one and this one. Oh, I love them. And I want to be able to see. So if I look at this. Okay, so I originally had this paper over here, and that would be where the white is right here. And if I did that, and I used this color for the mattes, I found that, let me flip this over so it makes a little more sense. If I did that, you aren't really going to see a lot of the pattern here. See, it's mostly covered up. So that really cool kind of, I don't know, is it Art Deco? I'm not really sure. Look, you're not really going to see a lot of it. So I thought I'd rather put it over on this side where a lot of it's going to show. Because this, as busy as that is, you're still going to be able to, if you do that, I'm still going to see if I have two mats here. I don't have them cut yet, but does it make sense? And then the other thing too is like, there's this one here, and then the same over here, and the same as this, and the same with this. So I'll have a small piece of this over on the corner here, and I'll have a small piece of this over on the corner here. Now, just so you know, sketches are just guidelines, just to kind of give you an idea of where to start. I find them really, really helpful because when I'm just kind of stumped, I'll go through all my sketches and say, oh, okay, like I've got 4 or 5 photos. And then this will just give me an idea, and then I go from there. This one I think I'm probably going to follow pretty closely to this. A lot of times I change them, but this one I'm going to follow really closely. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I'm going to need both of these pieces, and I'm going to need a 7x9 of each of them and a 4x5. So I will grab my cutter, which I can't believe I didn't already have it out. Oh, our wonderful cutter. I know I say it every single video, but it is my absolute favorite. How do I use this. Okay. All right, I want to make sure that I'm all the way in. Am I in? Oh, that's as far as I can go. Okay, so hopefully you can see everything. All right, so again, the first one was 7x9. I'm going to pull out my arm. And I always look on the back to see if it's directional. So like, to me, this is directional. I want to cut it as the piece is going this way as opposed to that way, right? The back of this one doesn't matter. All right, golly. Oh, sometimes it's so hard. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so hard to decide on both of them, but I know I have more of this paper, so it's okay. I hate when I love both sides because then I can't decide. That's why I haven't used a lot of this, because I hate to get rid of it. But now they've brought it back, so I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to do 7 inches wide and then 9 inches long. And I hope I did that right. Yeah, okay. 7 inches by 9. So there's one piece, and then the other one needed to be 4x5. So let's see how wide this is first. Oh, perfect. It's 5 inches. Nice. It might be different on the other one because the directional, I might have to cut the other one different. But these directions are the same. These directionals are the same, right? So I'm going to double check. 5. So this one needs to be 4. I might have to do it a little bit differently on the other one, but that's okay. And I will save these pieces for another project. All right, so we'll do this one again. Ooh, I like how that's, I want this side, but how is that going to work? That'll probably be covered up. Just see how this is a little bit darker here. So I'm trying to think, because otherwise this is going to be the part that is next the edge of the page. I don't know if I like that as much as I like this, but let me think. So if this is 7 inches wide, if I put that here, it's going to cut right there. I like that better. So I hope this makes sense. I'm going to flip this around, because I could have it go that way too. I don't think that this is really a up or down way, you know. It has to be either up or down. Okay, and so now I'm going to do that by 9. Okay, and so this is where, if I do, so this is 5, it's going to go like this on the other page. So I could do that if I want to, if I don't mind that it goes the other way. I guess I don't, but I kind of think that I want to keep it the same. So then it's going to be, that'll have to be 4 inches wide, correct? And I'll just have to cut off part that I'm not going to use. I hate to waste the paper, but, so yeah, so this is going to be 5 inches. Sorry, sometimes I just think out loud. So hopefully it's not confusing anybody. And now it needs to be 4 inches. And what part do I want to cut off? If I go here, it's going to cut there. And otherwise, if I go here, it's going to cut really the same. So, all right. All right. So I really just wasted that little piece. But you know what? I save everything. So I know that I will probably be able to find a use for that. Okay. So I'm also going to need, these are 12 by 1 and 12 by 1. And there's 2 different colors. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do 2 different colors. I know I want to use purple down here. But I do know that I'm going to have what I'm going to have for the mats. So I've decided on those colors. So I'm going to cut those mats right now. It was going to be blue and orange. So since I do have so much from before, I'm going to see if I've already got maybe a size that I can already use. These are going to be 4 by 6. Perfect. This I'm going to use, so I'm not wasting it. That one's too small. I love to reuse. I might not end it. I might just do this instead, actually, because it's just going to be easier. Okay, so it's going to be 4 by 6. 2 of them. So if I cut right down here. So what this means is I'm going to have to cut my photos down a tiny bit. And I'd rather do that than have maybe a 4.5 by 6.5 or 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Just because of the way this has already laid out, I will lose a lot of the background paper, and I really want to be able to see that. So I'm really fine with cutting it down to 4 by 6. I find that it's pretty easy just to trim off a tiny bit on every photo. Although I crop mine pretty closely when I take them, I hate to cut them down. I don't like them to be smaller. It's like I really want, photos to be the focus of my pages. But I think this will work. So now with this paper, I obviously want to cut, I don't want to cut it this way. I want to make sure I keep it this way, right? All right, so we'll do another 4. And these will be at 6. All right, and so these are the mats. Now with this bottom here, I think I'm just going to cut 2 pieces that are 2 inches wide, because I can always use them somewhere else. So I think I'll go ahead and I have a lot, so I'm going to do 2 of them that are 2 inches. Oh, you know what? I'm going to wait, because I think I might do a different edge, so never mind. All right, so let me get all this out of the way. And then I'm going to start just laying this out and getting kind of an idea, because like I said, I'm just kind of doing this as we go. Get out my mats. I love using these, using 2 of them, because it's really easy to line up both pages when you're wanting them to, carry across the page. Like for instance, when I would be, whoops, upside down. For instance, when we would be lining up, you know, you want this line to go straight across. That's 2 inches. So I would just follow this line on both mats. All right, so let me get this out of the way. I'll show you another trick. I always do this. So if you watch my other videos, you'll know what I do here. I get my repositional tape. It's green. And I just put a couple pieces in the corners. And that will hold my paper down so that it doesn't move. I don't want that to happen, right? And then it'll just rub right off the back when I'm done. That's what I love about this. All right. So I'll put that one there. All right. And then I'm going to take my pieces. I think I said I wanted this one on this side. And these are the mats. We'll put those away. And then this one will go here. Whoop. And then this one's going to go here and here. And let's see. So they don't go all the way. So I'm going to have to get that bottom figured out. Okay. So what I'm going to do, maybe I'll just put these so I know kind of what it's going to look like in the end. Oh, I love the blue on there. And then these ones are going to go like this. And I can move them around. I can change my mind if I like. You know, if I like these, I just love that blue. Over here, what? This one's going to go over here. And, you know, I could do that too. That's what's so versatile about all these sketches is you can just use them as a guideline. See, that looks really pretty too. I think I like it better the other way, though. We'll see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my border here punch my border first. And I am going to use the new, oh my gosh, I think it's called Elegant Diamond. This was released years ago, and people just wanted it to come back so bad. You know, people were paying over $100 for it on eBay, which I think is insane. But luckily it came back. So I didn't get it then. When it came back, I'm like, I have got to get that because I just love this border. So I'm going to punch that first so that I can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. And, you know, you start doing our borders, you go by this little tick mark there, a little black mark. Okay, and I will line it up there. Let me get some of this out of the way so it's easier to see. Hopefully you can see. A lot of times I just work right on top of my stuff. I'm kind of a messy scrapbooker, but that's all right. Gets it done. All right. So then I slide, isn't it pretty? Oh, I love it. So then you slide this over, and the trick is you cover up the blue. This is how you get it lined up. All right, so I've covered up the blue. It's kind of hard to see when I'm looking right over the camera. And then make sure that you're snugged up tight there to the little guide. And then we move right down the line. Whoops. Kind of loud, but I love our border punches. I just think that they add so much. Isn't this one just beautiful? I think that's the last one, but I think I messed up. Oh, no, I got one more. One more. Whoops. There we go. The last one's kind of hard because you can't, it's hard to like hold it right against the rail there. What did you call it? Okay. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna move this all over so you can see it against the background how pretty that is. Isn't it gorgeous? It's gonna look really, really, really pretty against purple, I think. It's gonna really stand out. So, all right, so I am going to get rid of all this, and then I'm gonna quick cut another one, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the two cut, and what I'm going to do is I know that this one here, and I got puppies coming to say hello. So So I know that this is going to be 1 inch, 2 inch. So this is going to come up 2 inches where these two pieces are going to start. So I'm just going to quick tack them down just so they stay in the spot. So it's easier for me to figure out what I'm going to do. And then I'll tack them down permanently later. But to me it helps. I always like to dry fit everything first. Oh, it's so hard to cover that up. It's so pretty, and if you see the gold. But oh gosh. See, wouldn't that be pretty? And then that would be like all, oh, this could be a monochromatic. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? A monochromatic layout. And then I could just pull, I don't know, try to find like this darker for down here, or even leave it. Oh, I just want to see. Golly, I like that a lot. Wouldn't that be pretty? Pretty, 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 pretty. Gosh, I really, 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 really like that. And then, you know, just pulling in, I would probably do like maybe all blues. Isn't that pretty? So this is my dilemma a lot of times. You start something and while you're doing it, you're like, oh gosh, that would be pretty too. That would be gorgeous. But you know what? I've got a whole bunch of paper. So that's what's great about these sketches is you can use them over and over and over again. So you know what? I can do that another time, which I think I might. Whoops. Okay, so I just want to hold this here for now so that I can figure out what I'm doing. Oh, whoops, wrong side. Silly Nikki. Okay. And did I already put that on? Because that's when I started to, yeah, I did. Okay. So see, I line up. Oh, I don't have these. There we go. This is actually 10 because it's starting up here, but that's 2 inches from the bottom, right? I might just have to do another one and, oh, now I'm watching these. See, I've got that upside down. The swirls go this way, so that's what's nice about always dry fitting it first so that you can catch those mistakes before they happen. All right. And so I decided after looking at this, because of the way that this border punch is, and there are spaces in the middle, I'm going to just do a solid 2-inch one. Because, so if I did it with, let's say I did it with orange and purple, you know, just for 2 colors, and I place this on top of it, if you go like that, you know, you're going to see, which might look kind of cool. Do you see how the middle? Oh, that looks cool too. It's so hard to make a decision. There's so many options, but do you see right there in the middle where the half of that square is orange and half is purple? And you know, honestly, this would really work because it's going to line up right at the corners. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm going to pull this up and show you. So now I have to make another decision. All right, let's see if I can show you on here. Yeah, it's easier to hold it like that. Let me just put this up here. And see if you can see what I'm talking about. Do you see that little one right there in the middle? Like, look at this square right there. So that would be, you certainly could do that. You certainly could. It looks good both ways. So I guess that'll be a decision that you'll have to make. I'm going to help me decide, I'm going to get as much laid out as I can so I know what's going on. Right here and right here. Okay. And then what is another color that we have that I would use? I would probably put the purple on top, and maybe the orange would be kind of cool. You know, so it would be like that. You know what I mean? That's about where it would end up. And then so if you just take a white here to give you an idea where it's going to end. I like it. But I don't know, I really want to pull that purple in. So I can look over here and maybe put a purple up. Whoop. Like that. So this is where you're inside my head of every time I work on something, I'm always thinking as I go along. And then you don't have any issues later when you're going like, oh, I don't really like that. So that's how that one's going to kind of go. Oh yeah, I really think that I like the purple. To me, this is just a little too busy. You know, let me do this again right next to each other. Let's get some white or a light color there so we can kind of get an idea. Whoop. I really like them both. I think this is too busy though. Okay, so I'm going to go 2 inches. And another thing that I was messing around with, since I've got so many straight edges, I want to try something different. So I'm going to use a different edge. You know what's so awesome about our trimmer is we have different blades to use. This is the scallop, stamping, decal, scoring, and colonial. I have another one come in the Victorian, but yeah, isn't this awesome? They slide right in and store there. I messed around with a couple, and what I did is I just set them here, and I think that one is the stamping, and then this edge here is the colonial, no, decal, and then this one is the colonial, and I decided that I was going to use the colonial. All right, so slide this out and go like this. I'm going to use this purple. I really like it. All right, and I'm going to just lift this up here. This lifts right out. What's so nice is the blades don't engage until they're pushed on the top, so you're never going to cut yourself unless you're just being really, really careless. All right, put that in there. I always remember to have the printing facing the same way if I want the cut to be the same way. Because you'll notice like on the stamping one, part of it this way, the scallop one, I think, yeah, stamping, and it goes in this way, but if you look at the other piece of paper, then it's opposite of that. And so if you want them all going the same way, but I don't have to worry about that right now with this one. And so I'm going to just cut a little bit of the edge off here. Make sure I have enough over. All right. And so that one is going to go on the top. And so it will be 2 inches. So then I have to decide, do I just want it to be straight on the bottom, or do I want it to be like this? I think that I want it to be like this. So both edges are cut. So if I cut it at 2 inches, I think I'm going to cut it a little less than 2 to give me a little bit more on the bottom. So I will cut it. Ooh, package. What is that? Oh, that's right. You're telling me about it. All right. So it's just a little bit less than 2. Just a tick mark. So that means that the paper, maybe I'll just do a little bit more. So then that much of the brown is going to show on the bottom because I like that. Okay, so that would be 1 7/8. All right. Before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that this will still fit on there. Oh yes, it easily will. 1 7/8. Okay, so I've already got this edge, so then all I have to do is go all the way here. And let's see. All right. So I've got 2 of those. I can get rid of this. The most important thing, remember to change your blade back, because then you're going to go and try to cut a straight line later and then forget that you have the decorative blade in there. I've done that so many times. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to put these down here and just cover the edge enough that you can't see that straight line, and then that leaves some on the bottom. And then this will go here. I like it. All right, whoop. Just like that. And then I line them up both across. And then go here. All right. I'm really liking it a lot. Okay, so if I look back on my sketch, you know, there's a border here and a border here. These just designate that it's a border. I could leave it if I wanted to. I could do the same one that I used here up there. I don't think that it will work just because of the way that it is. I don't really, and you know, on this side it's going to end up covering up. So I'm going to think of one that will look good on the edge, but it's not going to really cut too much into this paper because I really like that paper. I want most of it to be up here. So I thought about it earlier, and I thought these were some of the ones that I thought might work. I thought this one just because it kind of mimicked that. If you turn them over, you can kind of get an idea of what they're going to look like. I don't think that'll work, though, because this line is going to come into play there and might not look right. This I really like because it's just kind of a, I don't know, kind of that same kind of fancy. But then it might be too big. So this one is kind of cool because it's really similar. And these little guys can kind of hang over the edge of the paper. And then this can kind of touch the top. So what I do, as always, is I, make a couple. And then I can kind of lay it out and decide which one I like the best. The nice thing is that I can use them again with something else in this collection. So I'm going to cut off this edge and make it straight. Whoop, I moved my paper. That's not good. Okay, try that again. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's put this in here. I should have probably taped those down, tacked those down, huh? Because I'm going to have to keep moving them. All right, and so then what I thought I was going to try this one. The notches here always go out. Snap it into place. And the reason that they go out, I'll do this real quick once again to show you, is that they're going to fit into here. And that, helps you. It doesn't work when I'm not flat. There we go. It helps guide exactly where that's supposed to fit along. All right, so you flip up the paper guide. And go here. All right, and then flip this down. And we'll just go right along. And you can feel it locking into the next spot. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be good. I think I'm going to probably really like this one. All right, I'll throw that. All right, let's move this over here. Get all this stuff out of the way. Okay. Put this back. I could probably, I'm going to do this right now. I am going to tack, that onto there. Just because I know that I'm keeping that, right? So I might as well just do it right now. This is my silicone mat. It's great for when you're using this repositional because I can go along and there's, these are all like little dots. And they don't stick to the silicone mat at all. Nope. It's great, so it's a super easy cleanup. Okay, I'll do that right in the middle. And if you've ever thought of becoming an advisor, now is a really great time. I'm working on earning a trip to Mexico. And for anybody who signed up for an advisor with me before, like now, and then before the end of the year, December, reaches level 2, I will give you as a free gift from me, including all the gifts that you get from Creative Memories, but the silicone mat set. Here's this one, 9 by 12 or 5 by 12, and then this is a cool 12 by 12 one, and then I've got another one. Oh, I don't know where it is, but there's another one. But it's a $28 value, and I will give it to you as a thank you for reaching level 2, because that will help me. I really just need one person. And, I've been an advisor for 20 years, because I love Creative Memories. Anybody who knows me knows that's true. I love everything about it. The products, the people, the lifelong friendships I've made. Some of my very best friends are my Creative Memories people, and customers, fellow advisors. Yeah, I love it. Everything about it. So anyways, if that's something you ever thought of, just ask me about it. I love to tell you, and I'm certainly not pushy at all. It's totally something that you would want to do, whether as, selling if you wanted to, or as a hobbyist. You can do it either way, because there are no minimums. You don't have to spend so much every quarter. You don't have to spend anything if you don't want to. All right, so that's a little off. This one didn't cut perfect there, because I can see a little piece, and I am really too picky sometimes. There we go. Let's do this over, because I want it to be straight. Because although nobody else will probably notice it, I will later. All right, cool. So let's get those back down there. All right, and then now let's see what this border is going to look like on top. It'll look kind of cool. Do you see what I'm saying? Just that little bit is going to hang over. I think I really like that. So it doesn't go the whole way. So I would have to cut it off somewhere. And that's what's kind of tough. I could probably just cut it like that one is too. Just cut right in half, and that would still look okay. But I think, I really like this one. I wonder if that would go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cut one out of this one and just see what it would look like, because I really like that too. And this one would be kind of cool, because it'd be easy to cut, just trim and make it look like it fits, not instead of just having to cut that there in an odd way. So I goofed a little here, so I'm going to just trim again. So I have a nice straight line. Get rid of that. Bring this back in. The nice thing is if I decide against that, then I just put it in my stash and I can use it for something else, right? All right, so let's switch this one out. You press the button back here. Put that over there. Slide this baby in. It's already snapped. Okay. Over here. So same thing, just going to go along. So I probably wouldn't be able to use that if I do what I'm thinking. Probably going to be 3 of them that would go across the top, and we'll see if this works. Whoopsie. Okay. Let's see what that would look like. So if I did that right there, this will also work with the way it lines up, not having any half of it in like that. You know what I mean? I just don't like that, personally. So we could do this, and then what I'd probably do is I would just have it go all the way over, and then I would just cut and round that corner. So which do I like better? Which do you like better? Oh, you know the other thing? Golly, I keep thinking of these things. I was thinking actually of doing this in purple because that would pull the purple up there. So I'm going to turn it off for a second. I'm going to cut a couple of those, and so you don't have to sit and watch me, you know, decide what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to come back and show you what I decided on. All right, so I tried it both ways. This was the neutral color to match down here. And then this was the purple. Okay, and I decided on purple. And the cool, whoops, I got my little helper. Hello, Sushi. She's been trying to help too much today. I've had to stop and kind of distract her to do something else. I'm sure a lot of you have little helpers like that. But what I was thinking about, you know, remember when I turned these over to that other really pretty side? I think I'm going to do this whole layout again and do it monochromatic because I thought it was so beautiful and it would look really, really, really good with black and white photos. So these will not go to waste because I'm going to use them on the next one. So I'm going to put those little guys aside. And if you see that this one, like I could do that if I wanted to keep it that way. I do like how it ends here though. I really do. And then use the leftovers right here. Because I don't like mine to get super busy because, you know, once you start putting the photos on and stuff, that's going to get it busier too. So I need to decide. I'm going to leave this edge like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on both of these, I'm just going to take my micro tip scissors. And then I'm just going to, you know, cut this round. And hopefully I did a good enough job. There's a little... Dang it, see, and I screwed that up because I should have just left it. I gotta learn to not be such a perfectionist. And so I am gonna have it just catch the paper. I like that better than being on top. And also I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Whoops, try that again. So I make sure that I'm cutting the right spot. Okay, it's gonna be there, and so I'm gonna cut around here. And if I make a little mistake, I'm going to leave it. Good. Okay. And then what's awesome about that is I have enough to just do one right there. Oh, maybe not. Shoot. Well, if I do it, I would go like that. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. All right. Okay, so that's going to catch right there. And then the other one, I will do it. That one didn't work right there, so... There. Now, this is larger here right now. But that's because there's room here for another 3 by 4 photo. I decided what I'd rather do, though, is I want to do... I'll either do a title here, or I am going to use a, a matte pack, because I have so many of them. I hate to not use them and then be stuck with a lot of them. So look at all these wonderful, this one would be really good. So then I would cut it down and then I would do a matte around it. And so it says, 3 inches wide by 4 inches. I don't know if I would, I certainly don't have to stick with that, but it might help to work out that little spot. So if I did 3, I could do it a little bit long, a little bit wider. That one would be really nice. That's an option. So I just go through, live what you love. I love that, but then I've got 2 blues and I don't really like that. The Good Life, that's a good one. So this is just going to be a real generic page. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. So I want to just make sure that whatever I pick, it will work for anything. This one would be great because picking up the orange on this side. So I'm going to remember that. This one picks it up, so that would be a good one. Nope, this is blue. This is blue. Oh, this one's a nice one. Life is Beautiful. That's probably a little bit wider than I want it to be, but that's a contender. That's blue. I really think I want something that has orange in it. Okay, I mean, this would be, the drawing lines are going the opposite way, so that's not going to work. Could use just a little journaling box there. That is, I don't want to bring in any more purple. I don't want to bring in any more purple. So I'll just quickly go through all these. Oh, I love this one. I Love You. Golly. This one would be cool too, because this could be, you know, put over here. Cherish Today. No, that's not the right color. Not the right color. Hello would work. So I'll just go through all of these and think what could work. This is great, but it's, you know, the size of it. That would be good if I wanted to, if I only had 3 photos, you know what I mean? And then a small one there. So let's see. All of these are Enjoy the Journey. I would have to really cut that down, and then I would lose a lot of that. This I could cut and, you know, just put it somewhere else. I'm going to keep that aside. Our Story is a little too wide. Remember When. I love that. Oh, these are pretty. But, you know, just too big, which I could do and then just decide not to use these on both sides, you know what I mean? And then just maybe put something over here. And then I could write the story, because really it's important. It's so important to journal. We are, no one's going to be here forever, right? So when we're gone, these albums are going to be loved and cherished by our family. And the stories behind them are going to be so important. That could be cut down too. So many decisions, isn't there? Okay, so I think I've narrowed it down to those. And remember, as far as the journaling, you know, I can always grab one of these little guys and put it in the corner. I don't know how well that would fit, but probably not, because it's going to really cut into that photo. Unless we chose a smaller one. And then, does this fit? Oh, it does. But I could cut that down, you know what I mean? So that it really fits like that. That one might be. I kind of like that idea. We'll see. I like the blue. I think the purple, or there's a purple. These ones are a little bigger. I would use a smaller one. Or even this, I don't want to because it's purple. All right. So let's see. And then I could, you know, one of these could be the, you know, that would look really cute up there too for the title. And then I have, or I could use the, you know, the little Scrabble tiles. But I would have to think about what it is that I want to say. So let's see. This one is cute. See, that would make really sense with Together is Our Favorite Place to Be. And then I Love You. And then I also have, in here, I've got a lot of really cute little things here, little cute tags. And then with the new stuff that came out, I have got these, and I think that these little, like, see, that would look really cute with that. And then I could also punch, you know, I pulled some of these out. I could punch some of these little medallions to go along with that as well. So I think I really like that. I think that's what I'm going to choose. I wonder if that'll look too busy with this guy up here. I kind of think that if I use this, I really kind of want it down here to anchor it. It just makes more sense. You know what I mean? Because it's large. So then I would switch to one of these other ones, and then I would have plenty of room. I don't want it purple. That's so much purple. You know, because I'm going to have this guy too. That was the scrap. How's it going? So hard to decide sometimes. All right, what I'm going to do is there are things that I know what I want to do. I want to keep this here. I want to keep these. So I'm going to just go ahead and make some decisions, right? I'm going to tape some of this down so that I don't have to worry about it. It's not moving around, and go from there. I'm going to use my regular tape runner on this because I know that these aren't going anywhere. That's what's kind of hard sometimes when I'm doing this and I'm doing it as I go, because I'm like trying to make all these decisions. But I mean, that's even using sketches that happens, you know what I mean? Like they're just really guidelines. All right, like that. And I just ran out of that one, so let me grab another one. But guess what? I'm an advisor, so my store is always open. All I got to do is just grab another one. That's one thing that's really great, huh? And even not. I mean, if you are a customer of mine, I really appreciate it, by the way. I appreciate all of you so much. You help me continue to be able to do this. And I really, really, really appreciate that. I want that down a little bit more. You help support my hobby. And I love doing these videos to give you some ideas and hopefully make it a little bit easier, you know, in doing your pages. Because I think that's the hard part. When I think of, like, I've done literally thousands and thousands of layouts over the years. I'm like, how do you keep thinking of something to do? But I'm telling you, these sketches really, really, really help. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I have these lined up so that it's even on this side and this side. Maybe go over a little bit, that everything's straight. All right. And then do this one. And I'm going to make it even on the top too, maybe a little bit more on the top. Okay. Let's mark. And then when I do these ones here, I'm going to pay attention to the line here so that I have it even. And then the same width here is here, and then the same width here and here. It just pulls it together more. And, you know, it is noticeable. You might not notice it, but it does make a difference, and it just makes it look just better. Okay. Same width with these guys. Okay, maybe I might be tucking something under there. I haven't decided yet. Okay, and then I know that I want to do these on top, so I'm going to get my little mat out again. Use my repositional. And I am going to have it overhang a little bit. Just a little. Do I have that on there straight? Oh, I don't. Oh, good thing that I realized that. I don't have this down all the way. Remember, I just barely tacked it on? So I guess I better do that now. It might be difficult on this one now. Oh, shoot. I wish I would have caught that before, because it would have made it a little bit easier what I'm doing now. I noticed that because it wasn't quite straight, so I'm so glad I did notice it before it was too late. And my regular non-repositional. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out now that I've already got these little guys. Get my multi-purpose tool so I can pull that up without, you know, wrecking anything. Yeah, the kind of nice thing is they're already kind of stuck, huh? So we'll do this. My little kitty is coming back. So she was a stray. We have now 2 stray cats that I'm a dog person. I love all animals, but 2 stray cats, they both showed up in a blizzard. One 2 years ago, and then I don't know if we just had like some kind of silent beacon out that said, hey, if you need a place to stay, these people will keep you. So of course we had this, we had a appointment at the Humane Society to, turn her in and hopefully find a home for her. We did, here she comes, hello, sweet little girl. You cannot be up here. We put ads all over Facebook trying to find out whose homeowner she was, but she was very wild. So I think that she may have been a barn cat. We asked our neighbors. Nope, it wasn't theirs. So had it all set up ready to take her in. And then of course, it took about a month. And when the lady at the Humane Society called me and said, oh, we're just confirming your appointment tomorrow to bring in your cat. And I said, well, you mean Sushi? We're going to keep her. My granddaughter fell in love with her. And the lady laughed. She goes, yeah, that tends to happen. But, she's got a good home now. But I didn't want another animal. We have 2 dogs as well. All right, so now I'm going to do this again, right? Get this back out. Oh, I'm really liking this page. Looks like I got a little mark there, but that's okay because it's going to get covered up by the photos that I choose. Okay, I really want that little overlap because I think it looks really nice. Oops, just a little though. So I don't see the paper underneath. Oh, that's a little bit, ouch, reflection. A little reflection from the repositional tape. What in the world is this not? Okay, that's just gonna set there. Okay, there's one. This other one I already have all the tape on it. Here she comes again. She is persistent today. She's so excited, so it took her a long time to want to come downstairs because she was really skittish. Look at her now. This was in the winter, so she's a total love bug now. She loves being around us. All right, and then with that repositional, you just go like that, and that just gets rid of all of the little extra. Okay, so I think I decided that I really want to do this over here, so I'm going to take my fabulous new photo trimmer. Ooh, this is the new one that just came out. It's on back order again because it's sold out twice. It's awesome. Love it. A little scary with its very sharp, so you got to be very careful, but it's great. I love it. So I think I'm going to keep this the same width, but it's a little wide this way. So I'm going to look at how much I have over that side. Make it even here. Oh, gosh. There we go. And then I'm going to trim off a little on the bottom. And probably a little bit more on the top. Okay, and so that's going to turn into my title. Together is our favorite place to be. I think I'm going to also do a little bit of a border, maybe. A little bit of a mat. I don't know. I kind of like it like that too. Maybe I'll wait to see what I'm going to put over here, right? I wish I had like a little, something to put in the middle there. What do I have in all these little guys? Nothing that I think would work. And let's see, what did I decide? I was going to do some medallions over there. I was going to put this here, right? So why don't I get that on there right now? who knows, maybe I won't do that. Let me take and grab these medallions that I wanted to use, cut a couple of them out, and mess around with those. And then I'll see what I think about the rest, because, right, we were going to do this, weren't we? All right, so let's see what we should do here. I'm going to take a little break while I think about this, and then I'll come back with all my ideas. All right, so I've been messing around a little bit, you know, thinking. That would have taken a long time on camera. So I think I've made some decisions. I really like that. I don't think that I'm going to mat it. I like it the way it is. I decided that I'm going to, you know, after looking at the sketch and just remembering that this is just a guideline, but I am kind of following it pretty closely. Instead of this photo right here, I'm going to use this little pocket with a journaling card in it, which I think is really cute. I don't want it that way. I think I kind of want it this way. So that's for sure going to go there. I changed my mind on using the little, these little edges here. I mean, the way it hangs off there would not work over here because I would have to have a bigger piece. Where'd I get it? So I would have to have another piece onto that, which I do have. I don't know what piece. It's somewhere. But anyways, it doesn't matter because I changed my mind. Because I want you to see the other things that I put in here. I think it'll be too busy. So because including with this are all these, you know, like little medallion kind of looking things, I thought, well, I am going to look for all of the punches that I have that are similar to that. So I have my compass punch. This is a medallion punch. I love this one. I use it a lot. And then this is another medallion one. I think this is an older one. But so I cut a whole bunch of pieces with those. And then another cool thing is, you know, doing that medallion one. Just so happens that my old circle, I've placed that on there. And that fits perfectly. It's a 1.5 inch circle, in case you're wondering. So then I can put that right on the top and have a kind of cute little background. So I'm going to tape that on there real quick. And then show you how I kind of laid this out. And, you know, a lot of this is just, I think clustering of the embellishments is one of the hardest parts. And I don't know why. It's just because, you know, second guessing yourself and all that kind of stuff. But a really good rule of thumb is groups of odd numbers. I'm a landscape designer by training. And one thing about design is to have odd numbers in, you know, your plantings and everything. It's one of those things that you don't really think about it and you don't know why it works, but it just does. So that is what I'm going to suggest. I kind of liked pulling that tan in there. Originally I had this one, which makes sense, and I'm not going to think about it anymore because it'll change my mind again. But whoops, I just dropped something. Hopefully that wasn't something important. Nope. Okay, and then what I did is I, you know, kind of messed around with these. So here's 1, 2, 3. Here we go, 4. Whoops. And 5. I kind of like how that all fills in this corner a little bit. If I have that at an angle and not pointing north-south, it doesn't look so much like a compass. And then I did the same thing with this one here, and then I just put use the back of a, you know, like a matte pack, and got a nice clear color there. That just bumps that out a little bit. And then, how did I do this? I think I went like this. My little kitty is very active today. She's coming back for more. All right, so that, and then, oh, I used 2 up here. Oh, I got to put this one together. Did I put that one together? Yep. So let me do this real, whoops. Oh, that one ran out too. Let's see. Oh, I've got to grab a new one. 1 second while I go to my little store and grab another repositional refill, regular, repositional right here. Sorry about that. Okay, so replace that one. Super easy if you don't use these. That's really, really easy. And the sticky side goes on the bottom. There. Hey, little tip, if you ever get where your runner doesn't seem to be working and it's sticking, typically the issue is it's this little piece right there. You can see that. If that gets broken off, it will make your tape runner not run very, very well. And you know, it happens because we use these cases over and over and over, and eventually they're just going to wear out. So that's a quick, easy fix. Just order, instead of order a refill, just order a whole thing. It costs $1 for this, and then it'll work just fine. All right, and so this one went under here. Oh, my fingernails are dirty, gross. Sorry. All right. Now you're going to be looking. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm going to rub all of the extra little repositional dots out of there so that they don't stick to my page protector. Okay, so I'm just dry fitting everything, making sure I like it before I put anything down. So I kind of want to use this I Love You. It's going to get a little orange in there and kind of balance this side out to this side. So I'm going to get my custom cutting system. And first what I'll do is I'll use my template and see what size I'm going to cut that. I think I'll use this one, and I will cut it with the big one, and I think I'll cut it with... I think red will be too big. I'm going to cut it with the green. So the large and green. So I'll get that out. This is the large, and then I'll use my green blade. And, oh man, I got to figure out what I did with those blades. I moved everything when I got the new cutter. Let's see if I've got it in here. No, it wouldn't be there because... Oh, I know what I did with them, I think. No, I moved them. Aha, I put them somewhere else and I just found them. Okay. So I will use this. And I still have the old ones because I don't use them a ton, so I just haven't bought the new ones. All right, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to look and get it as centered as I can. All right, that looks good. And then I'm going to lock these little guys into the slot, the track, and then just go around. I don't pick it up until I move it and make sure that it's cut. I can see that it did cut all the way through. All right, and so that's going to go over there. I might even want to, you know, go the next one up, which would be red, and do another color there. I wonder. You know what? I can do it, and then I can decide if I want to, and if I think it's too much, then I just don't use it. I'm going to do it in, you know, even orange might work. Yeah, I might even like trying that in orange, because it's kind of keeping the orange. If I do purple, it's just too much purple. I'm going to keep it with orange. I think I've got a smaller piece, so I'm not wasting. Yep, okay. So then I'm going to do it with red. I'll grab my red blade out right here. Okay, and this one goes really close to the edge, so I'm going to do that as well because I really like to save paper whenever I can. Sometimes it's just harder to hold it still though, without it slipping, but I think I'm doing okay. Okay, I can see that that cut all the way through. And then let's just see what I think. I think I like it. And just in case, I'll just do it with the repositional so that I can change my mind. Okay, I'll put that here. I just want to make sure that I just don't get a little tiny bit off. I will just trim that with my multi-purpose, or my, I'm sorry, my fine tip. You could put that over. Well, we'll see. We'll get it back here and then see what we think. All right, and then I'm going to put this page back where it was. Okay, and then one more thing that I really liked. I kind of wanted to do something down here. And so I found some of the old tiles, and we have the new stickers now. Same thing. They look like, so cute. They look like Scrabble tiles. Family. I think that's such a skinny letter that I'm going to have that one be underneath. Hashtag family. Love it. Okay. All right. I think too what might be kind of fun is if I bump these guys up with foam squares. If I can get them out of my drawer here. Oh gosh. I got something that's poking up. There we go. All right, so I look at that and I think I really like this. I don't know if that's just a little too busy in the corner. I just don't want everything to look so cluttered. You know what I mean? Wonder if this would go. Maybe that would look a little better. Well, I know I like this. Let me just get this down. All right. Golly, there we go. I'm using the repositional on these. Yeah, okay. Just realized that a lot of those are the same, but I like them. I like them. All right, and then the compass. Oh. No, I like the light. I like the light color. And I'm going to do it a little off so that it doesn't look so compass-like. And then I know that I like this down here. I think maybe I'm going to bump this one up with foam squares. Oh, gosh, I like that. Oh, wait. I got that color already. Never mind. Never mind. And like I said, I'm not going to do those exactly. I don't want to get too far into this because I don't want to, I want to make sure that I leave room for the photo. And so actually on this one, I'm going to just put a couple foam squares down here. I'm not going to do anything on this side yet since I don't know what photo is going there. And then I'll just tack that down later. Make sense? So for now, I'm just going to put 2 on the bottom. And the other thing I could do is I could put the other one there, but just don't pull off the back. That's what I'll do so that it doesn't get bent, right? Makes sense. So I'll just pull the backs off of these two. Leave that one for later when I get the photo in there. I'll get this straight on. There, I probably could. I think there's enough room, but I'll leave it for now. Oh, decisions. Oh, I need to put this down. I don't think that I think that maybe I'll bump this one up too. You know, since it is the title, I didn't really want to put a, you know, like put a, oh gosh, now maybe I do. Let me see what it would look like. I would probably do baby blue, right? I'm just using the edge of this. Oh, dang it. I hate when it looks better than I want it to because now I gotta decide, do I want to do that? And I think I do. So, this is a pretty blue. Let me see. I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller. Of course, it could go over the edge. This is what's really hard about doing this when you don't have the photos yet. Because it's, you know, you just don't know. You know what I mean? I think that I am going to... You know, and this is what I think of. I want to have enough room. So the photo is going to probably hit right on the edge of that. And then that might look weird. So let me grab something that... I just got some photos in here. Okay. So here, and it's too big. Okay, let me get a 4x6. Okay. Here's my adorable grandson. So if I was going to put... Oh, these are 4x6. Okay. So they're going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, they're going to hit right there. And then if I go like this... This is probably going to hit right at that edge, and I don't like that at all. So I'd rather have it come down, but like I said, I don't know what this photo is going to be. Now, if they're like that, where I've got some room, that'll be perfect. But if I don't, then I don't know. You know what I mean? So, golly. I think I am going to put this down here. I'm going to use repositional so that I can lift it up if I need to and make those decisions after I put the picture down. Make sense? I think so. All right. So I am going to put this down for sure. And I don't think that I am going to bump those up. Let me see. I'm going to put the... Since this one's under, I'm going to put that one down first. And then I can decide. So I'll put that there. Okay. And then this one's going to go underneath. All right, and then this will go here. And then this one goes underneath. And then the eye. Whoops. Try that one again. Whoa, and I want this to be underneath. Because the eye is so skinny that it just makes sense to just cover up more of the tile. And L. And then Y. Family. Love that. Love it. And after looking at this, I decided, you know what I want to do, which is kind of fun? I'm going to leave this one underneath, but I'm going to pop this one up. And so it'll just kind of catch the corner of that, mat. So I'm going to put some foam squares on this one. That's smaller. It's 2, 3, 4. Whoops, that underneath there. All right, and then I'm gonna take all of those off, and then all right, perfect. And then I like that. So it gives that side a little dimension. Okay, now my dilemma is on this side. I don't know what to do. I kind of like this up here in the corner. What did I have down here? I would have to probably, I just don't know if that's too many, you know? This would make more sense here because it's got a backing. But then again, it kind of blends in too much. Oh, decisions. This really makes sense up there because it's kind of filling that corner. How did I have it before? I think I was doing this, which I like too. And this I love you right here. Balance. I don't have to fill that space. I just hate when it starts to feel like you have to, you know, like fill everything in because you don't. I think I like that better. And I know I say groups of 3s, but there's only 2 there. I could, you know, always do like a compass in that corner. A neutral compass. So I'm going to grab my compass and see what I think. And grab a neutral piece of paper. And with all my scraps here, I want to find a tiny scrap so I'm not wasting a whole big scrap. All right, let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. That wasn't what I needed. I was thinking that was going to be light on the back side. What is this? There. See what I think. There, I've got my 3. And if that's... kind of like that better. Yeah, I think I like it. All right, so I'm going to do that. Oh, I don't have this in yet. I do like that. I wonder if I want let's see, this I'm gonna try with orange in this one. Okay, hang on. Blue. All right, so I just changed something here. So I get a different piece here. And I'm going to pull it away. Like that better. All right, I like it. Like it. So I have all 3 different shapes. Make sense? I think so. So that one goes there. Whoops. This one gets tucked in right here, and then this one's going to go on top. Like it. Okay, I like it. Yay! Okay, well, there you have it. Hopefully that wasn't too long. You know, it's just kind of hard sometimes to you know, think it all through. But I hope that you liked it. I hope that you found that, you know, the sketches are just awesome. They make things so much easier. You don't have to think about it as much, but you can also you can follow them pretty closely like I did with this one, or you can, you know, just maybe just take just these 2 pieces and then a border, and then just go from there. So anyways, yeah, you can find this on my page here, and then I'm going to also have it on YouTube. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day.